Hey, man.
What?
I'm cool. This is me. We're gonna jump on that spaceship and get out of here.
Let's get
No
weird.
judgment. Shoot.
Get to smash that subscribe button. You know what? I'm gonna give it. I'll give it 4 out of 5 avocados. Korg?
I was raised by avocados.
Oh my God! Just kill me now.
Ho ho ho.
Green Giant.
Welcome to the real world. I can show you the world.
And then?
And you'll be in a world of legendary moments will be captured. So stand up, scream, and make sure the boys feel you.
And the only thing else I got to say is, how about them Cowboys? Yeah!
Well, here we are. Good evening, everybody. Happy Hump Day from Game Time and my partner in crime, Primetime. What's going on, everybody? I screwed up the opening. Yeah, I did. But it's all good, man. I got to label it different.
That's how people know it's live. It's just like if it's just content, it was recorded and just played. No, man, this is live. Doing it live. So it looks like in the chat, man, you got looks like you got some Mailhead crew members. Of course,
yeah, man, we're getting started. We're getting started. I see Kid Cowboy's in here. Yeah, let me just say, Kid Cowboy, you are everywhere. You're a beast. Every time I go, he's in it. He supports everybody, so I appreciate that. How you doing, man? How you doing, Phil? We'll get to the chat. We'll let them talk amongst themselves. But how you been?
Man, I have been. It has been a busy week for me with our season and stuff still kicking, and of course, what's nice is that you guys' involvement. Mark was very active today, bringing up a lot of the stuff. You know, just 2 weeks away from where we're at in the draft. That actually is kind of exciting. You know, it's just like as I know each time we talk about the episode, it gets me more and more pumped up. But now it's getting to the point where when I wake up, I'm getting pumped as well.
Yeah, I think maybe last year it was condensed. Now we got an extra day this year. It's nice. I really appreciate it.
I got
Mark,
2 extra days.
You got another, yeah, because we screwed up. You're there an extra day, but it is what it is. It's getting better. Yeah, maybe the third time will be perfect, but it is exciting because we got all the what ifs and what is it. You know, Mark has done this many times as far as going to the draft. It was my first experience. I believe it was yours, right, Phil?
Yes, it was very much my first one.
We hadn't met each other in person. Me and Mark hung out, but it's just way more. We know what we're getting into, and I'm really looking forward to it. Again, we still got to work out all the logistics and exactly what I'm bringing, and I'll probably end up bringing a GoPro because I was messing with it, and I'm able to stream through YouTube on it. So that'll be yet another thing we could go live on the GoPro, possibly. I don't know, but we'll, but possibly.
I need you to bring your stand for me.
Yeah, I'll definitely bring that stand. I might get another stand, but yeah, I'm gonna, how that goes. I got to write a list for everything, people, because my mind, you guys know,
I'll forget something.
Well, I forget the easiest things, and I'm not trying to throw it out there as an excuse, but I have had some issues. I was in a bad car accident, so my short-term memory goes and comes. So if I don't write it down, shit's gonna get forgotten. But let's get to the chat. First and foremost, Primetime, I appreciate you, man. You're now part of the Mailheads crew. I appreciate it. We got JoJo. We got Lady Libra. I know we got Chris May. We got Twiz. We got Brad Harris. I appreciate everybody that did that. You know, it's not much, but it's going to allow us to do a Zoom call. If you guys, you know, I'm going to do it whether you want to do it or not. Like I said, you all just accept the Zoom, and whether you want to be on camera, you don't have to. You know, it is what it is.
I'm a little shy when it comes to the camera, so
yeah. Okay.
I totally
What's up,
get
Curtis?
it.
We got Curtis in here. JoJo, like I said, Kid Cowboy 66 is a beast. He's everywhere.
Where's my girl Rhonda? Where's Rhonda? I haven't
Night
seen Rhonda in a
3.
while.
Yeah. I have to reach out to Rhonda, but she's been doing a lot on her channel as
Yeah,
well.
she has.
So.
Yeah, she has. I watch them later on. It's just
Vinny
usually I can't catch
Hagen,
it live.
my guy.
It's just, yeah.
Who else? Let me just.
They're
finish it.
asking
Lady
Curtis
Libra.
and them are asking if we're going to be doing a mock draft tonight. DC for Life is asking as well. Yeah,
we will. We
Definitely.
will be doing one.
This is the time to do it, man. Because
Yeah.
otherwise, the rest of the year becomes pointless. You do a mock draft in the middle of July, people are like, "What the heck is wrong with you?" Like, so this
Yeah.
is the time to do it.
It is. You know, there's a
Got
lot going on
nothing
in the
else.
NFL. I want to get to some positive stuff here. Just I don't know what you've seen, Phil, but there is
from the Cowboys?
No, nothing
Oh, okay.
positive
I
on
was
the Cowboys front. Nothing positive. But I know we like uniforms and we like modern stuff. Don't get me wrong. Here's the deal, people. I love the old school. Like if you look at my jerseys in the back, I got the Aikman. I got a lot of jerseys. I really should rotate them in, but you know, my man I Love Weed gave me the Polk high one, the
Nice. The
Al
Al Bundy.
Bundy. I got the Brian Boucher. I got the Mean Machine. I got the Ray Finkel. And then off to the side, I got my favorites. I got the authentic Tony Dorsett.
You got to do the switch of the camera.
And
to
Emmitt
see it.
Smith. Yeah, I know. I'm not going to do that. But you know, I mean, they know what I have. But I should rotate different ones in. But they just passed a third helmet rule, okay, starting in 2025. So they will be able to, even though I would like another uniform, they will be able to mix in a third helmet along with their regular uniform, okay? So you'll have your regular helmet, which is, you know, we all know.
The gray, yeah.
The silver, blue
The alternative for the Thanksgiving.
And then we have the alternative with the alternative uniform.
Mhm.
And now they're adding a third helmet to the rotation. Now I hope Dallas doesn't do anything stupid and say, "Oh, we only want the 2." You better throw out a third helmet.
It's just amazing how a guy that makes
What's up,
multi-millions, it
Twiz?
kind of judges his whole salary based off of what he makes and what he can make. It's just profits and everything. And you're going to tell me you're not going to try to come out with another jersey,
What's
like a
up,
dark
Colin?
jersey that you
Welcome
wear
to
all
the
of a
show,
sudden,
brother.
or a dark helmet or something to sell.
Well,
So to me,
I think
it's,
they would, but
yeah,
again,
it's just a marketing
fun.
thing.
Listen, you're not winning nothing, right?
yeah, I know, man.
So
Might as well look
let's throw
good.
the fans a bone. Why don't we go
Yeah.
with you and Mark have talked about different ideas. Let's get with the modern era. You haven't won shit in the modern era. At least maybe you change something up a little bit. I love the traditional
I
uniforms.
used to love the gigantic double
Clemente?
star ones that they used to have on the shoulders.
Yes.
I used to
yes.
love
Yeah,
those
yeah,
double
yeah.
star
Yeah.
with the
Yeah.
blue on the sleeve and the white. Yeah, it was amazing. Like I look back at those days and I'm like, yeah, that was the shit. Let's be real, man. It's like I think of Dion, I think of all those Emmett and everything when I think of that era. But I mean, where'd that jersey go, man?
Yeah, exactly. Where did that jersey go? DC for Life 0404. Do you think we'll draft a running back in the 3rd or 4th round? I say, me personally, it all depends. If we trade back,
there. Yeah.
like if we trade back and accrue more picks, and we're gonna get to that, but
We may trade back, but
yes.
we're not doing it to the extent of what Brian kicks ass at.
No.
So,
But I do want to do 2. I think we could do 2, and right
and
before we
you
get
got
to
to
the
do at
mock.
least 3 because one of them you're going to mess up on. So that's your tradition. And
No,
you
no,
can't
no. I
be
mean, we're
weighing
gonna-
from a tradition.
Yeah, dude. Tell me about it. No, you're right. It ain't me though. I move too fast. Pause. But no, like I want to do 2 trade downs if I'm the Cowboys, but we'll get into that. The answer to that question is yes, everybody. We don't have a 4-kid Cowboy,
Really?
not yet.
Yeah, I know.
Not
Not yet.
yet.
Exactly.
So anyway, I wanted to get the good news out of the way, that there's going to be, not this upcoming year. Now, in order for them to do that, they would have to let the league know by May 1st of 2025 what the new helmet is going to be. And I don't know if you could use it anytime you want. Probably a couple times you would probably have to let them know what games you're going to use it.
You're only allowed to use it on Amazon Prime days.
Hey, Oscar. Yeah, right?
That's what it'd probably be, like a Thursday, you know.
So we got that going for us, okay? We got that going for the Cowboys. That's all the Cowboy news I got for you tonight. So thanks.
Hey, man, that was positive. That was positive. That was good.
Yeah,
I
so
like
thanks
it. It
for
was nice.
joining. No, I'm
See,
joking. I'm
great
joking.
talking to you guys.
All right. Well, I want to get some more positive news for my Eagle fans. Okay. Now, I'm only bringing this up because, I'm only bringing this up because it's a demonstration of how to do business. The Eagles and Devontae Smith are working on a long-term deal. It's going to be big money, Phil.
Yeah, I would think past AJ Brown's, right? I mean, if you really think, and man, if you add another one onto that, it's just like they're definitely putting ourselves in there. After a couple of years, if you obviously you're not switching people out and cut them taking a pay cut or something like that. Eventually, all these contracts will come up, and I mean, and this is where we were, a couple of years ago. So yeah, it's
blocking, Brad. No blocking. Because we deserve it. We deserve the poop emoji on the side of our helmet until we win some playoff games. So Devontae Smith I told all my Eagles subscribers, I'm not here to crap on AJ Brown. I just don't think AJ Brown's going to be here for very long, meaning with the Eagles. I just don't. I think Devontae Smith is a hell of a player, a hell of a teammate. He shows up. He keeps his mouth shut. Quiet kid, small kid, durable kid. We knew when we made that trade with the Eagles, when we ended up getting Parsons, it's one of those trades where it worked out for both. Hey, what's up, Philly D? It worked out for both teams, Phil, right? Am I wrong?
Right? I definitely believe so. I think what was amazing about that trade back was, the Giants were not expecting it. And it kind of threw their whole draft part off, and they had Parsons right there. I mean, the Parsons could have easily gotten him, but they went another direction. And then, of course, Parsons falls to us. And so I like it because not only did we both, benefit from it, but we also screwed an NFC East divisional
the Giants were pissed, but we should have let the Giants get them because they're a train wreck. I'm going to roll right into this.
Well, Waller, I mean, if you look at it, I'm surprised that Waller's talking about retirement.
Yeah,
so I mean, the injury, I get it. I totally get it. But at the same time, it's just like, wow, they traded
Mark
and everything.
Know that we're live, eh?
No, that's okay, man.
Here we go. Light gray works. Okay. Light gray works. Okay. Had to order for. Okay. Okay, cool. I'm just texting Mark as we're live. So,
yeah, so I know I'm ready for this draft. I've got my check in on my whole security thing, and I'm ready to go, man. I'm already there, and so like when I go to leave, I'm just I want to say vacation mode because obviously it's going there. There's going to be a whole bunch of stuff that goes, and you can't keep your head down. I noticed, of course, Game Time, of course, tells you, but it wasn't until I hung out with Mark that you realized that you cannot. You can't keep your guard down, man. You got to keep your head on a swivel.
Yeah, you got to
all of a sudden
Mark
you could be live
logo.
and you'll be like,
You got to text Mark your logo there, buddy.
Oh, okay.
So we got that out of the way. Eagles, a shout out to you. I said today on my live stream that in a perfect world, we would have Will McClay and Howie Roseman. We would have the draft guru, right? We'd have the draft guy, and then we'd have the offseason move acquisitioner. Or even draft day trade acquisitioner. Not so much the drafting part because Howie's not the best when it comes to drafting. But I would not pay Devontae Smith $25. Yeah, I don't know what it is. I know he's a wide receiver one, Cowboys or Sean Patrick. Yeah, I agree. I like CD better. I just say I like him. I like the player. I really do. I do.
No diggity. No doubt. No, sorry.
I got to make sure, Mike Aldana, that I bring
like
some
the flavor.
lollipops, a bag of lollipops for when it goes bad, because it might. I'm gonna be chucking lollipops at Mark. Yeah, Mark Holmes is out of traffic. Curtis, he's home. He's always doing something. How does
Yeah, he
trading Amari Cooper and not winning a Super Bowl smart? You know, you had to bring that up, Linda, didn't you? What's up, Glimmer Man? It's a shit show, Linda. That's what we do. All right, more news in the NFL. More news. I just wanted to bring this up. Arrest warrant for Rashee Rice, who faces 8 charges, Phil.
Yeah, I heard that.
They found marijuana, which, okay, that's not a big deal. A credit card's $16,500 check, a diamond chain, and a Chiefs playbook. Now, that's
Did you see what the lawyer said, though?
What did the lawyer say?
Wait, the lawyer came out, I don't know, it was like a week or so ago, like, and they came out and he turned around and says, the way that he said it, and I can't quote it because obviously I'd have to look in front of it, but the gist of it was just like, that we all make mistakes and stuff, and it's just like, and somebody's comment in there made me laugh so hard. Like, yeah, guys, we seriously, all of us has wrecked a Lamborghini on the freeway and then walked away. Like, come on, seriously, get off his ass.
Like,
I'm
the best there is.
like, really?
I mean, I wake
like, really? That's the defense you're really going to take, man? Hey,
It's
man,
like
we all
something out
make
of Ricky
those mistakes.
Bobby. There's a goddamn cougar in the car. There's a cougar in the car. Yeah, I mean, what? Listen, people. Again, we all make mistakes. Me and Twiz were talking about it earlier on my live stream. Well, via. Everybody makes mistakes, but nowadays with these guys, call an Uber, bro. But obviously he was doing something. They were probably betting money on a race, is what it sounds like, on a friggin' freeway. If you ever drove in Texas, you got to be nuts. You mean next year Stephen Jones and Jerry Jones will have $100 million of rate? Yeah and no, but. Again, Brian, you have to admit that I've been good lately. Yes, you have. Ultra, I was a little heavy-handed with the mods early on. The only way anybody gets blocked is if they start calling me names or demeaning women. Other than that, let them go.
I call him names all the time, but you can't do it on air.
That's what we call each other names. It is what it is. Mark's still blowing me up. I guess he doesn't have his bell notifications on. I'm gonna take care of that ass. Well, me and him are going at it at the draft. Anyway, I got nailed at 24, so nobody's perfect. Philly D, exactly. But you weren't loaded up, and I don't know if he was on alcohol, but you shouldn't mix. But anyway, so we got that going for him. So I like Rashee Rice. He's facing 8 charges. What's up, Arturo? When all these rumors coming back from quarterback, well, I don't know. Listen, we'll get to the draft shortly, Arturo. Do you think we're looking at quarterback, Phil?
Man, if you're going to do it, I'd say this draft compared to next year's draft. I mean, if you're already in your mind set to get past Dak or get past Trey Lance. So, I mean, even in your mind, if you're getting to the point where you're not going to bring Trey back or whatever, I think that should also be, should be the backup. I think it's just what happens during the training camp. I mean, does Cooper Rush leave? Are you cutting him? How are you keeping this rookie quarterback on the roster to even make this move even worth it?
Yeah.
So, I mean, if you start doing your juggling, somebody else can just come in and grab, especially with how they want to just try on quarterbacks. You got, teams like Atlanta and everything they're trying really bad quarterbacks. And of course they signed somebody, but I'm just interested to see, what they do. But to me, this would be the draft to do it.
Yeah, definitely. It's just a bad time to happen. Yeah, it is. And, T'Vondre Sweat, I had been hearing rumors. We all have, right? If anybody that's been paying attention, we like them. Why? Because we're in a position of need. We're in a position to have to take at least one defensive tackle, maybe 2.
We need a good one. How about that?
But, I was trying to tell guys, everybody was like, Sweat. I'm like, well, believe it or not, he's not as high as it's people. Now, and then his bad judgment. Supposedly, he's been on the radar for quite some time with his habits, let's say, his on-campus partying. He's a big drinker, not so much in the weight room, believe it or not. He's kind of sloppy.
So the work ethic is bad?
Well, yes, yes. It's the work. I even brought up Ultra in one of my videos today. I think with my morning video, I said he likes Adonai Mitchell, as I do, or Adonai Mitchell, however you pronounce it. But he's having an issue as well, being running and gunning with Tavondre Sweat, and now there are some teams who took Sweat off of the draft board. I'm just,
and then some teams like the Cowboys, you moved them up.
Yeah, now Jerry Jones is salivating and saying, "Ooh, I get me some glory hole."
We could possibly wait till the third round to get him.
Yeah, exactly.
My Jerry is terrible, so just so you know.
Yeah, well, let's get some more. Let's hear some more of it.
No. I'm not going to even try that. I'm not going to put it out there.
All right.
I'm not like what's his name?
Fuck!
Kid K9 over there.
You're not that guy, pal. Trust me. You're not that guy.
Cool. What up, man? How are you?
Absolutely.
Thanks for the. I haven't seen you here before. I love new names. Thank you so much for stopping by. Philly D, I would love a wide receiver, but they'll go O-line. Yeah, and we're going to get into that, Ultra. Phil, if Brian Thomas is you, let's say, I'm hearing everything, which is a good thing, right? Actually, it's good because, supposedly there's a consensus that Dallas is taking a center now. But I ask you, have they not said over and over that they don't want to move Tyler, to left tackle? So if they what do you, as we sit here today,
Mike McCarthy even came out and said that he would like not to move Tyler. He would also like to, not draft certain positions early on, but that doesn't mean it's not a possibility. I think a lot. Jerry, you can't really listen to him. I mean, he's an old man senile that's on the porch swinging and going, "Here, my day, gum juice cost a nickel," and it's just random.
Is that how
it's just like
in my day,
only you can prevent forest fires, and you're just like, okay, like just random stuff. Don't play with matches, it's just random stuff, and some of it's facts, some of it's false. But like with Mike McCarthy, I mean, he may hide stuff, but he's not usually he's usually pretty plain about what he's doing. I mean, he'll tell you, "Hey, look, this is kind of what we're going." He himself has come out and said, I have a track record of developing players into people that we want to re-sign. And that's kind of the loophole that we're in right now. And so he really truly believes that he can bring this young team and develop them into all contenders. And so I think, hey, I guess, at least he believes it. I mean, it'd be different if it's just a strategy because you have to go with that strategy. But it seems like it's really something that he's trying to do. And I just don't know the track record in Green Bay if that was what he did. I mean, if I remember right, they were never going out and getting wide receivers for Aaron Rodgers. Let's be real. So I wonder what his strategy is, but he seems pretty excited.
The chat's getting spicy. We got roster spots to fill, so I'll take anyone that comes our way. Mike Aldana, we should expect more of our team, but hey, it is. Ultra says Gelkin is the most reliable Cowboy insider. When he writes something, we have to pay attention.
That's true.
I definitely agree. Gelkin mentioned Lad McConkey. Remember Lad? I agree with him. Everybody, we get caught up in certain things. Lad McConkey. Now, I ask Ultra, is that Phil's son? Is that Phil McConkey's son? How many McConkeys can there really be?
When I'm getting more into this draft, I'm watching guys like Cowboys Blog. I'm watching these people that are talking about draft spots. Voss Lombardi, great mind when it comes to some of these guys. Of course, you got your masterminds as a sense of the play breakdowns as well too. But when I look at, as I get deeper dive into this draft class, like, I know Kid Cowboy was talking about how this draft is a great not Cowboys, but a great quarterback class. I really think that this is a great tackle class as well too. I mean, the more and more I dive into these tackles, man, like there is a lot. There's probably 7 to 10 of them that you could easily feel comfortable putting into your offensive line. Now, a lot of them, again, are the right tackle. And I heard this. I can't remember where I heard it, but I think it's a great take. I think it might have been DMV that took this, made this take. But you're looking at a lot of right tackles. Now, is this possibility that the right tackle is so good that you have to plug him in at right tackle and you take Steele and you stick him at the guard position and help with those struggles that he's having?
Yeah, that's something, we'll have to monitor Terrence Steele because if he doesn't bounce back now, again, is it Solari, the offensive line coach? We had this problem a few years ago with the Cincinnati Bengal offensive line coach. Phil, you know his name. What's his name that came over here? And
You're talking about Durden? Oh, no.
The
You're
offensive
talking
line
about
coach
from Miami.
No,
originally Joe Philbin.
No, I'm going back. Remember what we had to bring in our ex
Mark
Colombo because he didn't know. But anyway, you guys
Linda
get the point.
Packed wide receiver as well too. I mean, there's a lot of positions. This is a very, very deep draft. And that's why you want more picks.
Arturo Gomez wants to know, can Hoffman get any better, or improve? I mean, Brock Hoffman. Yeah, if we go with Brock Hoffman, do you think he can improve? I say, why not, Phil?
He's that mystery to me. Like, he has the body of work. When you look at him in West Virginia, he was a captain of the team.
Thanks,
so that
Howard.
says a lot of
Appreciate it,
his body of work in the locker room and what people were able to do. He looks good. I just worry a little bit about the ACL thing, and that's just for this year. So, I mean, if he can stay healthy through the year and show a little bit of improvement, that would be amazing. But, I'm really hoping that he's our backup. That'd be a great backup. And, I want our team to be so good that our starter right now is originally our backup because we got somebody way better. So as much as I love Hoffman, but I like TJ Bass as well.
This is my thing. I don't know that, TJ Bass can play center, but even if we like Hoffman, we still need to draft one for competition. You cannot
or
go
even
into
to
the
back
season.
up him.
Yeah,
even to back up him.
Exactly. Now, real quick, Howard Dickerson is in the chat. I know you don't really care, Howard. I mean, at this point, thanks for the super chat. He says, keep crushing it.
Thank you.
Everybody needs to, say their prayers. He has a 3-year-old daughter. I work with Howard. He has a 3-year-old daughter. And his wife was just diagnosed with stage 4 breast cancer. So, when I think of stuff like that, it makes me real sad. So, just everybody take a moment, man. That sucks. It really does suck. So, but anyway, getting back, we're all thinking about you, buddy. There's not much you can really do, right, man? We just got to take it day by day. So,
be here. Mark, you see Mark's in the chat. It says, I didn't know you guys were live. I'm gonna be in chat.
I was hoping you were gonna call. I was gonna put you on. Well, again, I tell you to put your bell notifications, but I guess once I get maybe to 10,000, you'll do that. I'm joking with you. Mike McCarthy does not like drafting online in the first round. Green Bay when he drafted. And these little hints, okay, you could say. We don't have to always agree, right? But when you see like lines like that, you have to take note. Mike McCarthy. Now, I don't know.
And he has drafted since he's been here, at least,
Now, my question is, he's always deferred in Green Bay as well. So we'll see. He's a lame duck. So that's going to be the interesting thing. This is why I don't like lame duck coaches, because the coach doesn't have much say. There's going to be a point, Phil, in the draft where the coach goes, I want to win now. I need this guy. And you hope that Will McClay is going to allow him to get some of the guys he wants.
Well, let's be real.
Right?
If McCarthy is sitting there going, I need to win now. I want this guy. That's a game-changing guy. You should be drafting that dude anyways. I don't care. I don't care anything. That means there's something on film that he's seeing. I mean, how many times has McCarthy spoken up for somebody? So if he's really speaking up for a guy, I think you got to take notice and you got to bring him in. So I like his style, what he's brought culture-wise to us, and I can understand people's frustration, but his overall body of work is really, really good. And I know playoffs need to change, but trust me, it's not Mike McCarthy that that the reason why we're failing. So I mean, again, we all look past that into the front office and know that they have to step it up, man. And they guess what? It's to the point where Cowboy Nation is finally voicing their opinion to them directly instead of being all starstruck when we see them. We're definitely hammering on them, and it has to happen with the media as well too. Unfortunately, you know, they don't take content creators seriously. I mean, Mark's on the big front of that one. And it's just sucks because it's just like, really, have you listened to us? Have you talked? Have you had any kind of inkling of what that world is evolved? So I mean, if no matter what part of football, there's somebody on YouTube that's covering that particular part of it, and I think it's amazing. I mean, we have a hell of a community. Thank you, Brad. I appreciate that. Thank you.
Yeah, he's the man. I think together it's perfect, baby. It's perfect. Oh wait, I don't know what I'm saying.
You leave me in the trenches taking grenades, John.
Yeah, you can't hear my drop, so that's.
Oh no, I can't. That's why. That's what it is. That's what it is. I'm over here just smiling like an idiot. Yeah.
Yeah, here we go. We're getting there. We're getting there. Boats and hoes. Cool. What's up, brother McCarthy? Sight and Chops. What's up, man? Welcome back. Was right on tight end. Oh yeah, McCarthy was all over on tight end.
Like if you would have had, listen, exactly. That would have been beautiful.
Listen to him. What's up, Chris May?
Yeah.
Thanks for stopping in, Chris. Let's see. Yeah, well, Howard, like, you know, I won't read it, but they told everybody, thank you so much.
Man, Shaquan shouldn't be recruiting anybody, dude. That guy needs to get a good season under his belt, and then he can start recruiting. Right now, you haven't even worn it for the jersey for a game yet. So, like, to me, you got to kind of earn that a little bit. But if you're Twez, if you're ready to anoint him, then, you know, good luck. But, you know, I'm interested to see if he'll stay healthy, because guess what? He has potential to really break it out this year. But, you know, he's still got to do it.
Don't get their act together, Phil. We will not keep Micah. Well, if they don't get their they don't get their act together, I don't know if there's a burner account. You know, Des Bryant. Did you see the Des Bryant?
Yeah.
You know, it's all BS. But again, it's the way the organization operates.
David Cowboy.
You know, I don't know if it's Forehead doing it. I don't know, but maybe that's his job. He's in charge of the burner account. The grandkid. Yeah, Will McClay made a pick last year, Linda, remember? Now, we could sit there and crap on it after year one, but that's not fair to crap on the bottom of the round defensive lineman when it takes at least 2-3 years for linemen. We want to give Jordan Davis time, but we don't want to give Mozzie Smith time. We want to give other people time. It's not right. You need to give him multiple years, okay? Let's see what he does under Mike Zimmer. Let's see what he does under Mike Zimmer. Okay, that's all I'm asking. Let's give Mozzie another good year. I expect a lot of better things from Mozzie Smith. It may be slow coming out the gate because he's recuperating from with shoulder surgery. So, again, a lot of these positions, just like Phil, our tight end that we drafted, Schoonmaker. You were okay with the pick. I mean, it shocked us, but I think he's going to be okay, right?
We're okay with the pick because we have no choice. It's one of those things like, okay, I can see the development, what he can become. Same thing as like that Jake Ferguson. He's just going to be a little bit slower process because he's not going to be thrown in that light unless something happens. Unfortunately, I knock on wood with Jake in the sense of just being out for a game or two. That's the only thing that's going to really elevate him, unless he gets a really good offseason in. I mean, he needs to be there. He needs to be there throwing with Dak. You know, so to me, if he puts a correct offseason in, he has potential to really break this offense open with having really two good tight ends. And if your third tight end is a tight end like Stevenson or John Stevens or Hendershot, I think you're pretty good. I mean, those two guys are dogs as well too. And I'm really, really interested in seeing John this year as well too, because he had a lot of potential, and I don't expect a whole lot, but at the same time, I just want to see his development.
Yeah, me too.
Is it weird that I'm more excited about Stevens than I am about Luke?
Well, John Stevens, everybody forgets, you know. Our injury last year was the ACL. We had Durden, the wide receiver, the speedster. We have a lot of the
I love,
players
you know,
in
the,
our stable that other teams aren't real. I'm
well,
not
think
saying the
about that.
scouts,
Think
but
about
the
that.
fans don't know about.
Well, the wide receiver, look at that. I mean, Jalen Brooks, I love Jalen
Yeah,
Brooks, man.
I told
I
you.
see him as a possession receiver, just this. I could see
He's
so
got
much potential in
size.
this
He
guy.
runs good routes. He's got great
I
hands.
love it.
So that's
Love
all
it, love
good.
it, love
You
it.
know what I mean?
Now,
So,
and when I look at the guy that we let just drop and we bring back Martavius Bennett or something, Martavius
Bryant,
Bryant or something like that. I love that
you
guy
got
just in the
Martellus
sense of.
Bennett and Martavius
Sorry, I
Bryant,
got the tight end and stuff.
Marty
like that.
B's
Yeah.
back. Oh, sorry.
But when I look at him, I mean, the body, like just how big he is. If he can get, again, another guy, if he can get into an offseason with Dak, he could definitely elevate into the roster. And I love those young guys. There's a lot of young guys that I do like where you're not having to rely on him blocking for your quarterback, but go out there and catch a pass. I can get excited about that. But I can't get excited about a young guy getting in here unless he's a first round type of talent in that left tackle position or the right tackle position, whatever you're sticking him at, center or anything like that. I need somebody that's high on the draft board to feel better about our offensive line.
Linda. It's on camera. Last year, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
Go ahead. No, you're good. I wanted to
Linda, it was on camera. He stood up in the draft room and they were debating Matthew Bergeron, I believe, who I liked out of Syracuse, offensive tackle, or Mozzie Smith. And he said it's been since Russell, Maryland, since his organization has drafted a player like Mozzie. We need to take Mozzie, and they took Mozzie. So, yes, that was on camera.
I like Mozzie's strength. I'd like once he's up, if he can get up when the ball is up, he's a pain in the ass. But there's times where you're sitting like the hike, everybody's moving already. His ass is still on the ground with his foot, with his hand in the ground. So it's not just like a delay. It's like a bad virtual call that you're talking, and they're just like Thursday on Friday assignment, it's so off, and you're just like, you come on, dude, like
Dalton
pick up your
Kincaid
5G, nice. Mozzie, and get your ass up into the air. So it's just to me, if he can work a whole off season and just going moving the ball and hike and going, just video of him from the side. This is how slow you're coming off that ball. You need to start grabbing those rings. Those rings that drop. Stuff.
Yeah.
Your reaction needs to change, and you need to get away from that Michigan shit and go into the NFL stuff. So let's be real.
Ultra says I wanted Dalton Kincaid. That's another problem I have with this organization. We're not aggressive. We think everybody's gonna fall to us. But this year we really can't be aggressive unless we're going to trade some of 2025's picks, which we'll see. Mozzie was a wasted pick. Well, Madman has given up on Mozzie, and Kid Cowboy has said facts. Yeah,
I'm not giving up on him, but I just need to see some improvement.
Primetime just had lunch with Deuce. We can't go there. Kid Cowboy. He just had lunch with Deuce in South Florida.
So you wanted to know. It was the angle. I angled the camera
fuck?
upwards.
He looked like he was towering over you.
So it looked like he was there, but it was like to my shoulder almost.
I'm like, damn, Deuce is sprouted. All right,
he's
let's get to some more NFL news here. We're going down a rabbit hole.
Yeah, we are.
I'm very confused with this next order of business. Oh.
Brad Harris, to interrupt you.
Harris, almost 8K. I believe you will get to 10 by the draft. You're putting a lot of pressure on me, Ben.
I like it. I think.
Thanks, Bradley. Thank you, my man.
Yeah, man. Think about that, man. You were like, well, I don't know, and I'm like, man, you should put it, and then look at you, man. You surpassed where I was at, and man, you kicking ass. I like it, man. It's definitely.
Well, I thank everybody. I try and bring fair content. At least, me and Phil.
No, you don't, man.
Me and Phil
just
tried
talk
to
about
be fair.
Philly way too much.
Yeah, I know. If it was up to some people, we wouldn't talk Eagles at all. But you have to be real. This isn't a Homer channel. We need to call out our team when we disagree. Not that I'm right. That's my opinion, right? That's what we're here for. Phil has his opinion. But Jaden Daniels worked out for the Giants. Now, I ask you people. Now, don't get me wrong. That I like Jaden Daniels a lot. I've said it over and over.
That'd be a very good pickup for them.
But I think they need offensive linemen. No?
Yeah, no matter who you put back there, you're going to get him destroyed if you don't protect him.
If Joe Ald is there or Fuaga is there, take him.
Yeah. I remember some other offensive linemen where I was sitting there, was it?
Thanks,
am I thinking Charles Cross or no? I'm thinking of someone else. But their tackle, I remember thinking that a couple of years ago in the draft, and that's been a big whiff. I mean, the other tackle is very, very good, but yeah, I mean, they definitely need to work on their offensive line. It's just what else they need, everything, right? They basically there's nothing that they don't need.
I think
even a new coach possibly, but
I mean, I want everybody to just like think of this. Dallas Cowboys have a lot, and I mean a lot. Don't be fooled by the 1-year deal. They had to give Zimmer a 1-year deal.
Don't be fooled by the cap that they got.
Don't be fooled by the 1-year deal because they couldn't give him a multi-year deal because the first thing that would have happened was Big Mike's agent would have said, whoa. You give it a defensive quarter. Mike Zimmer's not going to go anywhere, okay? And if he does, he's going to that head coaching job. I think they're going to actually re-sign Mike McCarthy long-term at some point. But I did hear that Jimmy Johnson, I was actually listening to Dan Saleo. It was yesterday. I believe it was yesterday. Mark Cutchin, good evening, Game Time Primetime. Thank you so much, brother.
What's up, Mark?
Thank you so much, my man. I appreciate that. Dan Saleo, he played under Jimmy Johnson at the U. So he called
so
him.
Did The Rock.
Him. Yes, he did. So did Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
If you smell.
Yeah, it was one of the it was, in my opinion, the best of WrestleMania in the long term.
Man.
But
yeah, that was, dude. That was an amazing WrestleMania.
He asked him to come on the program, and Jimmy Johnson said, absolutely, but I can't do it until after the draft. I'm helping the Cowboys consulting. So it's real, people. So maybe this is why things are happening the way they are. Maybe. You know what I mean? Maybe this is Jimmy Johnson. I poo-pooed it the other day, but Dan Saleo wanted his opinion about the draft.
That'd be a great GM. I think that'd be an amazing GM.
Well, he's just... And listen, stay tuned, people. Hold it.
Like, you need somebody that knows him. You know how everybody finds that partner that just knows your bad habits and just knows you and can counter you and give you news not as badly. It's like, it's how I give you news and it's how I bring it to your attention and stuff like that. I think Jimmy by this point has gotten to that, and I think Jerry, if anything, is shown to put his ego aside when it comes to Jimmy Johnson. And I think if anybody can get through to him, I think it would be him. It's Steven is a stubborn ass that worries me, man.
Yeah, they need to give Mike his QB like the Chiefs did for Andy and the Niners did for Kyle Shanahan. What I will say to that point is Mike McCarthy is not the best when it comes. I mean, he's not
game clock. Oh no, sorry.
No, he's not that much of a fan. I don't think he was a big fan necessarily of Dak. You would never know because he always showers him with praise. But behind the scenes,
but it's not his guy. Let's be real.
I don't know that he's a big Dak
if you
guy.
If you hire somebody, there's always a little bit closer to your heart. So I mean, until he brings in his guy that he's quarterbacking, even Trey Lance is not his guy, so he didn't have that choice. Until he brings in his guy, he's kind of just have to do with what's there, and it's not like it's a bad one. I mean, we've had to make do with what's there, and it was Quincy Carter and all those guys. So it's like, nothing against him, but it just wasn't something that we needed at the time. We needed a little bit more of a leader, and he was still trying to figure out what he was doing as a person. So
absolutely.
So I want to see a change, and the only way that you do it is by taking baby steps. And guess what? Jerry and them, they're taking baby steps. I mean, they have to take the criticism. I mean, what happened when they traded Herschel Walker back in the early 90s? That was a thing where they needed to do something, and they got criticism like crazy. I just can't expect a whole lot from this year. There's too many questions, but that doesn't mean you're not a contender. So I mean, man, it's not like I look at every position either and I say, okay, well, we definitely need that. We don't have any stars at that position. Probably running back. I mean, you have some guys that could do the job, but I mean, almost in every position, at least get excited about some project or prospect coming up and being that possible guy.
Exactly. I mean, I agree. Linda,
Cowboys, feuding with Wanye Thomas, man.
What's going on?
Wanye talking shit to him. That was funny. It was,
What happened? What are you doing to Wanye?
He had a picture, and Wanye quoted it and just dogged him and stuff like that. It's a good one, man. I like it. That's a Cowboys community thing. That's awesome.
I've stayed off of the social media for a while. I've been very quiet on X, Twitter, or formerly known as Twitter. I just need to get back on it more. I didn't even see Space Cowboy. I did reach out to him. He's doing okay. He must have been having a bad day. And I'd have to reach out to him again because Space Cowboy will be joining. Oh, yeah.
I reached out to him already today.
He will be joining me and Phil with our annual. This is going to become an annual thing where we pick the first round. We divvy up each team. We draw out of a hat, whatever. But I'm looking forward to that. But Linda Conyers, she says, Twiz, you think Xavier Worthy is that 30-something category also? Xavier Worthy's stock skyrocketed, Linda, after the new rules with the kickoffs. Guys like him, you are going to need, just remember, people, how they are, the kicker's way back here. Nobody's allowed to move until the ball's either caught or hits the ground. You are going to need these DeMarvion Overshown type athletes. You're going to need returners like Xavier Worthy, there's a lot of guys I like.
Here's the thing. When I look at Overshown, I do get excited about it. There's some guys, Cowboy Mafia, there's some guys that are definitely excited about Overshown, and I do not blame them. To me, you remember when you were young and you played, you put your hands together and you sent somebody through to break through the wall, and Overshown is that guy for me. It's like, just point him in the direction and just kind of shoot him out of the gun. And I'm excited to see what he can do because in the preseason, he was really bringing it. Obviously we're playing against backups. I totally get it, but guess what? He was a backup as well too. To see what he was doing in the preseason, I think the only thing I did not like about his game was the number that he was wearing. So, I mean, I'm excited about who he can be in this defense, especially with a guy like Mike Zimmer that knows how to use people. Oh, we see the skill sets. Oh, I'm going to use it in this defense. I'm going to mask this and bring him over here. I mean, Micah Parsons, where remember those times where he was out in coverage and he was making some plays, and even though he didn't see the ball, he's swatting it away and stuff like that. Yeah. I want to see some stuff where they're using him, in different positions. And
exactly. And and I just think how it's going to be, Phil, with the rules. A lot of your special teamers are going to be guys like Sam Williams, athletes, because you need athletes to get down there to be able to cover. There's going to be less of these big, slow, oafy guys. I mean, you're going to have athletes running down the field. It's going to be very, very interesting to see. Sugar Daddy, Overshown with the DQ guy. I don't know about, he's going to be fine, man. He's going to be fine. Paul Gunther,
if you look at it like that, I guess because he was that guy that could play the same thing. I mean, if you look at what the safeties were doing, they were playing linebacker. This was the linebacker that could play safety. Like, it was just kind of in that same breadbasket, just the other way around. Curtis. So to me, that says that if you can, kind of hone in his skills, he could possibly cover a tight end. That means there's speed there. He just needs to stay with guys. And so if you can develop that part of it, man, that's maybe even a quarterback spy that just watching and then boom, just shoots and goes when he sees the quarterback start to run.
Boom.
Boom. Come acting.
Well, all right, let's veer off. I got a couple more things that
I thought we weren't talking Cowboys at all, man.
I know. Well, no, they're not. Like, we're gonna get off of the Cowboys briefly. I got one more thing I had wanted to talk to. Stephon
Diggs.
Was
big into Junior Colston from Michigan.
I love Jacob. Yeah, that's my guy. Phil, not as much. He's a good run stuffer.
He'd be good though. I would not shy.
Troy?
I would not shy away from him. If we got him on there, I'd still be very excited about it. Just I would want to see him gain just a little bit more weight. He's a big guy already. He can get there if he could just put some little bit more.
Guess what drop I'm going to be looking for?
Boom,
boom.
I love it, man. John, I remember the first crazy comment that he made that made me as a kid really go, what? Like, you know, you always kind of trusted what adults said, but he was just kind of like, Troy Aikman's the type of quarterback that sees better with his glasses on. And I'm just like, but doesn't anybody see better with their glasses on? I'm like it's
True
not
that.
just Troy. Like,
We got another nugget from Ultra, another hint. Jimmy didn't draft OL in the first round as well. Yeah, we know that, right, Ultra? All the stuff that he turned a garbage
turned-
into gold with
Yeah, he was
everybody's
like
castaways. He
crapping
turned Mark
coal and,
Tuinei
like-
into a center, or no, a left tackle. Or no, it was Mark Tuinei was the center, right? Yeah, he turned Mark Tuinei into a center when he was a defensive
eating coal and crapping diamonds.
tackle.
I don't know what the hell Jimmy was on, man. That shit was just a whole different thing. It was
Or-
like
No,
he like
Mark
turned off.
Tuinei
He
was a
turned on the
tackle.
easy on Madden. That's what he
Stepnoski
did.
was the center. Sorry. But anyway, Stephon Diggs, like the tweet. You know,
Man,
from a-
okay, so
You
let
gonna
me
read
jump on
the
that before
tweet, or
you. No,
you-
no, not yet.
Okay,
Not yet.
all right.
So
Hour and a
before
half, here
before
we
you
come.
bring it, yeah, exactly. Before you get on him, like when I talked about the trade possibilities for a guy like Stephon Diggs, to me it's not in the cards. Like I laugh and everything like that. Now the possibility of a free agent signing of Stephon Diggs in the offseason, that I could see more of, and I could get behind, especially if you sign your 3 guys, you're already opening up $40-something million in money. Like that I could see, you know. So yeah,
Thanks,
just now
Troy
continue
Hagan.
on. Go ahead and say it. Go ahead and do your thing. But
No. I just
wanna
wanted to say he liked a tweet by a Bills that was saying the Bills had
Sour?
the worst fans in the league. Why does he got to do that? He's a head case, people. Sorry, Trayvon, if you're watching this.
He's a
I was wrong. I wanted him, but you're already gone. There's no reason. Now, I just want to show you this here. You know, this is why, and me and Phil are still on there, so we can still talk. This is why that the Bills fans are pissed. Look at the Super Bowl.
Ultra Cowboy. Yeah.
Look at the Super Bowls. They have none. Okay, they have
They went
none.
4 in a row and lost all 4.
They
man.
have none. Okay, you know, you got New
That's
England
harsh.
that comes out of nowhere with Tom Brady, right? Who, let's face it, not many the GMs would have drafted Tom Brady, you know, or
Slow ass 40.
but he's the GOAT. You got the Steelers, and then you got the Niners and us. Even though we're shit, right? We haven't done nothing in 30 years, Phil. We're still sniffing.
We're still up there. We're still up there.
You know
yeah.
what I mean? So,
Ooh, nice. Like graphic.
yeah. So, you know, but look, just everybody who's talking their shit. Minnesota, 0. Okay. I want to win, people. I do. But let's not just jump. Buffalo, all the hype that they have, 0. Bengals, Bungles. Okay. And I did hear Broadus. I don't always agree with Brian Broadus, but he said sometimes, you know, we're too critical of our players. Do you think Cincinnati's probably ripping on their quarterback a little bit, Phil, because he can't stay healthy? You think that's
Yeah,
possible?
but let's be real. Let's be real. Nobody wants to go to Cincinnati. Like,
But I mean, their own fans probably like, oh my God, he can't
well, they're
stay
just
healthy.
thankful. Exactly, man. You're just thankful to be in a relationship. Well, we're over here being picky, going, okay, well, this person doesn't do this for me, and I'm like this, and then we're picky and stuff. And where they're just like, I'm just
I
happy
agree,
somebody's
Curtis.
there and somebody wants to be around. You know, it's just like, and I get it, but you know,
I'm
they're a little
52,
bit more
Joe.
thankful because that their name, Cincinnati's name, is not being brought up as a leverage either. Let's be real. You know, nobody's saying, oh, Cincinnati's gonna sign so and so. Everybody's like, if Cincinnati's gonna sign, get the fuck
Where's
in
his
here.
side
Like,
at?
nobody cares.
Where's
Nobody
his
cares.
side? There you are, buddy. You got 0, big guy. No, I'm only playing. I just wanted to show that's why Buffalo 0. I mean, look at it. It's ridiculous. If you haven't won a Super Bowl, then that's why they're upset, man. They want to win. That's why. Diggsy. That's why. So anyway, I was gonna get into.
I get into it as well too. I definitely jump into the whole philosophy of you know, you don't tend to win Super Bowls with diva receivers. You know, unless your diva receiver is obviously
Help
a
him
third
out, Brad.
receiver and Antonio Brown and the Buccaneers. I mean, that to me is like that's the reason why you win them is because of that. It's those diva type of receivers you don't tend to win those with.
Exactly, Cole. Exactly. They're in a worse situation than us. They had to sell off everything. We're kind of doing it. It's not going to be as bad as people think. Listen, the Dak Prescott thing is very volatile. There's people on both sides. When that situation is taken care of one way or the other, I'm not here to tell you either. When it's taken care of.
Truth, all true.
Yeah, very hard to win Super Bowls. When that situation is taken care of, we could all move forward, whether it's without him or whether it's with him. And again, I like the idea of what we're doing with the draft. You got to remember, we are stocking draft picks. If anybody knows, you win with the draft. Look at Kansas City's done. I understand they got Mahomes, but they draft well. Okay, so let's just again. I'm not overly concerned about winning divisions. I just want to be good at the right time, and I want young. And
Wow, Vinny, that's true.
What happened? 62. I'm old, man.
No,
I'm in my 50s. I'm in my 50s, Vinny.
No, in the sense that like he's saying how long he had been like a Cowboy fan as well too. Like, trust me, man, I understand. It was like, it's a big, huge time frame where I did it. I haven't seen a championship.
I think you're right, man. I think Josh Allen will be fine another year. Too many INTs. I think Josh Allen is in trouble. I think they need to revamp and go to. They've had plenty of wide receivers. It's not about wide receivers. We're talking. They had Diggs. They had, Cole Beasley. They had. The tight ends. They had the running back. Nothing's working. I love Josh Allen, but they just unloaded a crap ton of talent. Now, we'll see. They have to go to a more running, in my opinion, Phil. They need to go with a more of a run first, set up, play action. That's just me.
Yeah. I mean, let's talk then running backs. I mean, if you're, we obviously talked about some of these draft guys that can come in here and be your number one. Some guys you could probably get in the later rounds. I know Brian's brought up Brandon Allen, for example. Very big bruiser type of running back that would be a good complement to some of the speed that we have here, where Rico is in that middle balance where he has the power and the speed. There's a lot of possibilities in the sense of what running backs you can get in this draft. I think, again, it's such a deep draft. So you can definitely get a nice future piece here in this draft. If you get a Jonathan Brooks, you got to understand that, you got to kind of expect him as a Tony Pollard of last year, where he was coming off that injury. So you have a good, back, but you don't have his potential opened up yet. Now, whether he'll get there back, I mean, that's always the question. But again, Brian's brought it up. I brought it up. We know the doctor that did the surgery. So if anybody's going to know the insight to it, of course, the Cowboys are going to.
Yeah. I'm not overly. Again, this is what I want to do. We're getting ready to do the mock drafts, and
I want the committee. I want the running back by committee right now.
Yeah. Let's see.
I want to see Deuce get his touches. I want to see Rico get involved. I want to see whoever we're drafting get in there. Malik Davis brings a whole different thing himself. He just not. I don't think a lot of people have taken him seriously enough. He's kind of been dangled out there as well a lot of the times, but to me, that's a great third, fourth running back. I mean, he's a guy that can step in and definitely gain some yards.
You leave me in the trenches taking grenades.
Yeah, I totally agree. Totally agree. This is what I want to do, people. Again, I know I get carried away with the trades, but this is, I mean, if you have a guy that you like there, and I don't know what they like, okay? We don't know what they like.
Sure.
Then they could take whoever they want, Phil. But again, I'm just saying to recoup, I would like to trade down into the 20s, like I don't care where, somewhere in the first round, drop down. And then just drop down one more time, okay? Because somebody's going to want to get into the first round and drop down, whether it's into the 30s or the 40s. And that way you'll get 5 top 100 picks. Once we do that, I'll be good to go. If you can get a haul and trade down into the right out for a couple picks, then okay, and then you'll have 4 top 100 picks.
There's just some guys that,
yes,
if you're sitting there anywhere between the 24, obviously there's guys you talked about that if they're sitting there at 24, you got to pick them.
We're gonna have We're
you
going to
drop
have
back,
Jackson Powers Johnson sitting there, Phil, and you're going to be absolutely disgusted if we don't
and
take him.
And I think we won't. And I agree with you. I think we won't take him just because of the things where he's running and jumping and dropping as well too. So he definitely might be a second day guy. But at the same time, you wouldn't be shocked if anybody just picked him up either. So I mean, it's a hell of a gamble, but this is the way. If you believe in their guy and you really really like your guy, you take him. But there's some guys to me that I as I watch more of their body of work, you're dropping back to 27, 28. We talked about 29. If Barton is sitting there, it's a guy that I got to take because not only now you're talking about a guy that can play center, can play guard, can play tackle. That is the ultimate switchblade right there. Because now, depending on what you do later in the draft, you actually have a moving piece that, I have a center here that's available. Oh, I have a tackle here that's available. Now you got a guy that you can kind of just move around in there, and he's going to be able to take over that. And Brock is going to be your backup. So to me, there are some guys that but I'm all for the at least trading back at least one time.
Yeah, I agree. We got to get to the chopper, and the chopper meaning we got to start this draft. Sugar Daddy, thank you so much, my man.
Let's get it on.
I'm gonna let Phil do this. He can do whatever he wants. I have it set for 5 rounds.
Whatever I like.
I'm not gonna tell him anything. Just there'll be a little bit of a delay because he's gonna see it.
Yeah, I'm gonna see it, so there's a little delay on that.
He can do whatever he wants. I'm gonna take my time because I have an itchy trigger finger. So.
Okay, I'm going to change it up a little bit than who I normally go with and stuff like that too, because I don't like to keep the same names.
Ooh,
I have my
went
favorites.
12. Wow.
Damn.
Wow.
Damn. See, that's what I'm saying. It's just there's some tackles there that
All right, we're on the board. Hold up, I'm going to hide this. Let's just look. Oh, there you go, Twiz. There it is. Oh, man. Let's just go back quickly. This is what they took, Phil. You could let me know when you see it.
Mm-hmm.
Are you looking at is it?
I'm looking at it. It's coming through right now. The 22nd pick is going 20. Now we're at the 24. Okay.
Oh no. Okay. I'm. So this is what I'm gonna slowly. This is what went. Jared Verse went 9.
Ooh, Brian Thomas went early. It went early.
Brock Bowers, Fuaga, Brian Thomas, Terry Arnold. So this is what we're looking at, everybody. We're here at 24. Just some of the names on the board: Byron Murphy, Graham Barton, who I think they like. I'm going to be quiet. Jackson Powers Johnson, Michael Penix. All right. Here we go.
I'm not going to breathe air in the next 5 minutes. Right. Get out of here.
All right. Now, do you want to see the trade offers, or you want to just?
Yes. I want to see the trade offers.
There's one.
I'm not going. If there's nothing in the within 27, 28, 29 area, then I don't want it.
All right.
So go ahead. Let's see what trade you have.
That's the only other trade.
Okay, so I haven't seen it yet. Hold on. It's gonna. Here we go. You're clicking it, and now you're thinking about it. You went back over there. You went back to the trade. Okay, there it is. 49.84. Yeah, I'm not doing that. Is there a next one?
Yeah, I deleted it.
Oh.
There we go.
Okay, 27. Oh, hell no. Yeah. I don't want next year's draft picks.
No, we could counter something, but,
Well, if they're going to give me this year's third, then yes. Go ahead and try to switch that third for this year's third and then see if
you want to add something or you just want to try that?
No, I want to try that.
Rejected.
Okay, well, they can go over and enjoy their wide receiver all they want.
We could do this, and see if we can get their fourth.
No.
You're only dropping.
Try it. Give me their fourth.
I'm just helping you through this process.
Is this 71? Is in their 90, right?
So, it's 71. Or we could ask for 66 and throw in our 7th, but they probably wouldn't do that. So, you just want to try their fourth rounder?
Try it. Yeah.
Fourth rounder?
Well, give me 71 and try 90. Like, I'll try those two, and then if they're not going for the biting for those, then yeah, I mean, I want one of those later picks that could pick at least somebody up. That's maybe my linebacker, maybe my running back.
How about this?
Yeah, that's okay if you want to. I mean, I'm not
No,
picking past the
no.
fifth round.
No, so they're not taking it. So
Yeah.
let's see. I can probably do just a 27 and 71 for 24.
No. I don't want both of them.
Okay.
I
No, I'm
But anyways.
saying like we would drop a 3 spot and get a 4th round pick. That's up to you. I'm saying they're 71.
Okay.
I don't care. I'm just saying this is the last.
Yeah. Go and give it one more try. Like I don't mind switching to my 7th.
All right, they didn't take it, so we're gonna
Okay.
tell them to go f off. So who do you want to draft
exactly.
here?
Okay, so like as much as I love Jackson Power Johnson, I'm a little that would be my guy straight up. But because I want a flexible guy that I can go later in the draft and kind of change that, I'm going to go with Graham Barton, and I'm going to take him with the 24th pick in the draft.
Okay, there we go. Graham Barton it is. So now, okay, now my question to you is: we took Barton. Now does have a position flex.
Mm-hmm.
Who's playing left tackle for us?
Well, I guess we'll figure it out here in a second.
Okay.
As we go further out, if I get no center, then if I
we
get
just
tackle,
got a center.
like,
I mean,
well, no, I mean, maybe we got a center. Maybe I got a tackle. You don't know. It's Schrodinger's guard or Schrodinger's tackle center.
no, I mean Barton is a.
That's what I'm saying. Like
he's a guard center. Okay.
And a tackle.
Is he? Okay, I didn't know.
He's played tackle as
yeah.
well. That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. He's played tackle as well. To me, very much a lot like Zach Martin in my eyes. But
Mark Hutchins wants us to stop trading first rounders. We didn't trade. We didn't.
We didn't trade at all.
All right. So this isn't doing nothing for us.
Yeah, I'm not excited about that.
And that's
Tell
not doing
Jessica
nothing for us.
And Aaron Rodgers go off.
So we're just going to. So this is what we got looking here.
Okay, so you're not gonna like this in general, and that's okay. But I'm gonna go ahead and continue to build my line, and I'm gonna feel really good because I love this guy's body of work. And I'm gonna go Cooper Beebe at the guard position, and now I am switching Tyler Smith to the tackle position. I got my guard, I got my center, got my other guard.
TJ Bass, but are you
I
saying he might
them
go to the right side? You're saying it's when Zach retires or whatever.
Yeah, that's why I'm still bringing them up because this is my guy. I'm going Cooper Beebe.
Cooper Beebe. I like Cooper Beebe, so I would
really
have
like
Malachi Corley there, but we don't need a.
But I'm building my offensive line.
Jimmy Johnson says we need a number 2 wide receiver.
Hey, that's okay.
I'm just messing with
you.
you.
This is not this is not pretty. This is not if you'll get upset, but I just I get excited now about my offense. Now I want to possibly get a running back to pair with some of this or get a defensive tackle that may have dropped into the board. I may have already lost my guys, but
okay. Ooh, linebacker, my guys there. Ooh. Anyway, go ahead. So who you like?
Junior Colson just left.
No, Trevin Wallace. No, but so what are you looking for? We got what we have here. We got offense. We got 2 guards. Well, Barton can play center most likely, and Beebe can play guard, and we'll pop out a Tyler. I mean, I like that. So do you want me to just navigate? What do you want to look at? Running back? We lost Brooks and we lost.
Brooks was sitting there for a while, man. That was looking very, very close.
Brown Allen, like I said, he's not everybody's cup of tea, and then we could wait.
Well, here's the thing. Like when I was going, if I'm going to pick in the 3rd round a running back, and it's going to be dropping, the running back I would have picked would either been Benson or of course Brooks falling. But I mean that obviously the possibilities of that is just really it's not going to really happen like that. Those guys are going either mistakenly in the 1st round or going somewhere in the 2nd round.
These are the top guys on the board here. Will Shipley, running back Clemson, Trevin Wallace, Mason Smith, defensive tackle LSU, Jeremiah Trotter, linebacker.
I like Trotter, but I'm going to go different with this
McKinley Jackson,
because this is a guy that I would have gone. And again, Trotter, I think, belongs in the Eagles jersey more than it belongs in the Cowboys jersey. But I'm going to switch it up, and I am actually going to go running back. So give me over to the running backs. And I am actually going to go with the Wisconsin running back.
Braylon Allen?
And there was no trade offers, right?
Nothing good.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I don't see any defensive tackles there that I'm like, oh my God, maybe the Duke one, that's
Well,
more
I
of
can
a.
go back there. Defensive tackle, McKinley Jackson, Mason Smith, or the top two.
You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and gonna go Allen. I'm gonna take Allen. Yeah, I would go Trotter just to piss off his dad. Yeah, but I'm gonna go Allen just because now I need a guy with this amazing offensive line that I have that's going to be able to, if somebody somehow gets in the way or somehow is getting into the hole, this is the type of running back that's just gonna run him over and bounce right off of him. So I'm gonna take Allen in the 3rd round and really start to build my offense up, even though the defense needs work.
Yeah.
You gotta go with best player available to me and what he can do for your team.
Curtis, Ultra Cowboy, no guys, Cowboys fans, enough bad luck. 29 years with Joneses. Yeah, it's frustrating.
That's why when you I think Dave, there's a guy on Twitter. He says he's like, man, Eclipse. I've been a Cowboy fan for some odd plus years, man. Trust me, the Eclipse ain't doing shit.
Bucky Irving, the more I see of him, the more I like of him. I was down on him, but you know what he reminds me of? A poor man's, who was the guy that Detroit got last year?
No, Gibbs, Jermaine Gibbs.
He's a poor man's Jameer Gibbs.
I love Marshawn Lloyd, the running back.
Yeah, USC. I'm with you. I'm definitely with you.
And I don't usually like USC guys, but that one, I definitely. If you don't get that, and you're picking maybe your linebacker, your defensive tackle in the 3rd round, then boom, there's a guy like
Marshawn Lloyd, 158.
Frank.
That's where I probably would have went. I probably would have. Well, I'm gonna do one. I promise I won't do a lot of trades. I'm gonna try and do I'm not gonna hunt for trades. If they don't offer me one,
you are not wrong. What's that? Sighton
Trops.
Sorry about that. I would if one of those guys that I feel really, really good about that's a difference maker is sitting there. Yes, I do not have a problem double dipping at positions. If it's the running back, yeah, people, we can't get 2 running backs. What about so and so? What about so and so? I don't really care. I'd rather have 2 young guys with full 4-year contracts in this lineup than some of those guys that we've been dropping on 1-year deals.
All right, so this is what we got. We haven't addressed the defense yet in this draft. We got Graham Barton, a Cooper Beebe, and Braylon Allen. So we got one pick left.
So you got to feel good about that in the sense that you can now go to the defense. It doesn't matter if you're getting a defensive tackle to try to open it up, or you're trying to get a center, or get a corner or a linebacker. I think. Like when I'm looking at this right now, I get really excited about Keith Randolph. Go down.
Yeah. Okay.
Let's see what other defensive tackles that we have. Maybe some linebackers.
I mean, do you want me to? Yeah, I'm just have best available here.
Okay, best available. I like it. Just throw down a little bit. It's going to be a delay for me, so I apologize. You started going okay now. So Chris Jacobs there, Christian Boyd. I like that guy. Tommy. Oh, you know what? I am going to go Tommy Ecklenberg, and go a nice linebacker that'll help my run game and somebody that can hopefully build up if he gets into the offseason workouts and stuff like that.
Thanks,
I really
Randy.
like
I
him.
want Mims or JPJ. Nice.
Finds him sometimes to just break down a play, but I think if you're getting some teaching into the NFL, he still has some good instincts. So I like that. I'm going to go ahead and take my linebacker now.
Well, you got him, and there's the result. So obviously, we didn't have a 4th. We do have.
I wanted my guys.
We have 1 6 and 2 7s, I think. I believe we have 1 6 and 2 7s. So just keep that in mind, people. Plus, there's a lot of guys that they brought in, the Cowboys, that are looking at the unrestricted free agency. So they are very good at.
Let me just tell you one thing. These 4 guys, if you're going like that,
I like
these
him.
4 guys are going to be in the starting lineup. I mean, if not all 4 of them, at least 3 of them. I'm looking at that linebacker
Eichenberg, I
going
love I would love
as a backup. That's what I'm saying. Maybe as a backup.
well
but
as a rotate. I mean
Yeah.
I like him. He ain't gonna blow you away with anything. He just
those
fucking-
offensive guys are
excuse my
definitely
language. He
starters.
just tackles the football, so
Yeah,
I
sure.
don't hate it.
T-ball, go tackle ball.
So all right, I'm gonna do one and then we're gonna wrap it. But let's
You only
see.
have 5 minutes per pick. I know, man. I'm sorry, man. It's just like, I'm over
pick
here like
Dallas,
explaining.
and I promise I won't.
I'd be like
trade.
Minnesota, like, oh, you promise you won't trade 20 times?
Yeah, I'm only gonna if I'm not even gonna hunt a trade. If they don't offer me what I want, I'll just pick. I promise. Until it happens. Woo.
I hate that delay. See, I know, Mark, but I have that delay. I have to watch the monitor, and because Brian's cheap ass can't figure it out to show
26
me.
and 92. 27.
What is the plan if CD gets hurt? I mean, you got some wide receivers. I'm not really sure what you mean in the sense that, like, obviously we would love to have another receiver drafted. And that's what I'm saying. If there's a guy
watching
sitting there that
my,
you can't walk
draft,
away
or-
with it, yes. If you, yeah, here we go. So you got some picks. Ooh, nice. You're gonna try to.
Well, I'm gonna take this one and then I'm done. So now we traded. I couldn't help but pass that.
That's
I'm gonna
what I'll-
reject
I'll do
that.
the Buccaneers.
I
I'll
might
do
take
that
this
Buccaneers.
one. 35
Okay.
and 60. I'm gonna take this one, then I'm done. I promise, people. All right, I'm gonna draft. I'm gonna decline all trades. I traded. People wanted their guys. I didn't even look. No, we're not going there. Sorry.
Well,
Reject.
yeah. If CD,
Reject.
anyways. I still like our receiving core.
All
It's
right.
just
We're at
you need time to
35,
block.
right? I need to get a
Need time
game
to-
plan. I got 35, 56, 61, 66, and 87.
Ultra Cow, you are
I
very
would
correct.
take
That's why
Fontenot over Mims, yes.
very Gallup-like, where since there is not a lot of separation. Yeah, you are very correct on that. That's why, you guys says like Brandon Cooks, hopefully can be that guy that gets the separation. But he was having some trouble last year, right? 35, 56, 61, 66, 87. Nice.
Okay, so under this,
Yeah, yeah. Did you take Fontenot over Mims? Yeah, I would.
I didn't take a JPJ because I want to see something here. I went with our number one linebacker on the board.
Which was
Jackson Powers Johnson made it to
Okay.
46. I know people are saying, why did you take him? I wanted to try something different. We're going to reject this.
yeah, because that's our guy. That's the
Yeah.
guy that we
So,
want.
all right. I mean, I have my starting linebacker. I got 56 and 61, 66 and 87. Okay, so we'll go to all. Who are we looking at? Okay, so we got our linebacker. Let's look at offensive center. We got Cedric Vrompon Granger. You know I love him. I love the guy. Will he be there at 61? I'm not taking that chance because he's the guy that I want. So, boom, I'm getting my center.
Nice. I like it.
We're on the clock. We're not trading. I told you I would want that. So, okay. So we got our linebacker. We got our center. We got 2 more picks coming up quick. Let's look at overall. Malachi Corley. By doing what we did, I'm able to go out and get that or go to my defensive. Listen, we have a pick coming up. My game plan is to get a receiver, is to get a defensive tackle and get a running back. So that's my game plan, and I'm going to go with the best available with who I like. So that's going to be Malachi Corley here. Resume draft.
Defensive tackle Fisk. I would probably almost go on that one as your. If you're gonna go. Just like in the sense
we got
you
Malachi
got great
Corley now. So now we need
Nice.
defensive tackle and running back.
Nice. And you still got
Jonathan
2
Brooks
picks. Good
is
job.
still there, and Fisk is still there. Now, I ask you guys a question here. Do we take Jonathan Brooks or do we go ahead and get Fisk now and then come back with the best available running back? I like that plan better, people. I just
agree.
do.
I agree.
We need to shore up
this
our
Fisk
defense.
is a ridiculous beast of a guy. Just big.
Let's see what happens. Again, we don't need to worry about Trevin Wallace now. We could look at guys at the end of the draft as free UFFAs because of what
I
we
would
did
not
here.
blame you if you picked up Brooks, though. I would not blame you. I'd be happy about that. I think either one of those things getting onto you.
I'm just declining
team.
everything, people. We're on the clock here. We need a running back. What's the best one? Braylon Allen is on the board. Pick your flavor, people. You know what I mean? Because Phil picked Braylon Allen, I'm not going to pick Braylon Allen. I'm going to go with Jalen Wright or Bucky Irving or Marshawn Lloyd. Or do we? Trevin Wallace is still there. McKinley Jackson.
Yeah,
you know
maybe
what?
Pick somebody up in the 6th round or something.
What
like that,
I
so
would
maybe
want to
no.
do here, we got our linebacker, right? But you never have enough linebackers, right?
Oh, I agree.
But because of what happened with our defense and not re-signing Jonathan Hankins, Fisk is not a one tech. McKinley Jackson can play one tech. Just look at as much as I want a running back here, people. We do have another pick, right? We will have a pick. What do you guys want? I'm gonna let you guys pick. Who do you want? Anybody at all? They're all waiting. They're all anxiously awaiting. You know what? I just feel like there's way too many running backs still on the board. I like Braylon Allen. I like Bucky Irving. I like. Are there? Oh wait, here we go.
Man, you know what? It would be hard for me not to want to get a Jeremiah Trotter just because if you paired him up with a Cooper, man, that is some nice linebacking.
See, I'm looking at
future
here.
right there.
I'm looking at. We got Shipley, Braylon Allen, Bucky Irving, Jalen Wright, Ray Davis, Marshawn Lloyd. We have plenty of running backs still on the board for our next pick. I'm looking at. Look at the best overall left on the clock, okay? Will Shipley, 5'11", 206, high-level athlete with excellent burst. I don't know that they brought him in. Do we know that they brought him in? I don't think they would double up with linebacker at this point.
Maybe did.
So to me, I'm thinking either McKinley Jackson or the running back that we like. So that's what I would want to do since it's my draft. What would they do? We need a running back, people. We can get another defensive tackle.
Put down. Is that Kingsley Jackson? Is that what you said?
That's McKinley Jackson.
Kingsley Jackson. I could barely see the name.
Yeah. Offense, I'm going to go with the best running back available. It doesn't really matter. We're going Will Shipley just because he was the best rated one on the board. If that's the case, I don't care what running back, but you guys saw, I just wanted to end the video. We're already at like 122. Shout out to the 40 people hanging out here. So that's what I would want to do. Again, we're not necessarily going to get all those opportunities, but at least a couple of those we could. Again,
Randy Seitz had the super chat.
Oh, okay. I'm getting there, buddy. I can't walk and talk. The one thing about Mims dominated against best defensive end in college football. He just has not played much. Randy, he's only got 8 games in college, but if he's there, I would have no problem if they took him at 24. None at all. Again, Jackson Powers Johnson is going to slide for whatever reason. I'm fine with taking him. I'm just saying because our Cowboys did us a disservice by not addressing anything that we don't have a 4th round pick. So we need to do it. So once, I like when this round is over, I'll show you, I probably should have. Well, see, I don't know. We'll see who, you know what? We'll see. We'll see who's available after the draft running back wise. So we did the right thing by getting one because we would not have got one. Remember, we already got a defensive tackle. Look at all the picks the Eagles have. They're just raking it. But there we go. We got Edgerrin Cooper, the #1 linebacker in this class. We got the Cedric Von Prong Granger. You know, you could say whoever. You can rank him. He's ranked about #3, but, man, he's a beast. Malachi Corley, he's your Debo clone. He's your #2 wide receiver. Braden of the future, because he has stuff to learn. Braden Fisk. Phil, tell him about Fisk. He's not just a run stuffer. He's a pass rusher. Am I wrong?
He's a solar eclipse walking. That's what he is.
I mean,
Huge
so,
dude,
and then we
like
got a
this
running back.
big.
So just another option. We could stick and pick and get
Fast.
3 solid starters, or we could, go down this road. Either way, we got still 2 more picks that are UFFAs that we could sign. Phil, the draft is in 2 weeks from now. We will be
We'll be there.
We will be there live streaming from an unknown place.
Yep, that is correct.
Detroit Rock City, here we come. I want to say thank you to everybody in the chat. You guys were great tonight. Yeah, I know Ultra. That's again, they brought in Jackson, but
It's just some people when you see them on film, you don't need to bring them in to know.
if I'm drafting,
Yeah.
But I mean, I get it. There's plenty of big guys we can get later too, just to fill holes. But I really do appreciate everybody who's joined. If anybody's having problems joining my membership, all you have to do is, I know it's not all, but some people have to uninstall the app and reinstall it, and then the join button will pop up. I don't know why that is. But thank you all that have all the kind words, and I appreciate you people. You take time out to watch our videos, and I appreciate it. Don't forget, I got Primetime's channel pinned at the top. Anybody who's not already subscribed, please do so now, because he brings what we do here, but with the best graphics in the business. So
I got some ones that this weekend I'm looking forward to.
Yeah, and I always look forward to that. So Jeff Lee, look at you, brother. Thank you. Thank you so much, brother. So I will definitely...
Curtis, I'm not against that at all, man. If they went defensive tackle linebackers that can make a difference, oh, yeah. I'm all about that in the first 3 rounds as well.
Again, I'm sure I'll be upset people with who they take or what they take, but I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt because they know what they're doing. Let's just hope it works out, man. Yeah. Right? Let's just hope.
Well, I mean, let's see that they, if you're jumping. I mean, obviously you're going to end this real quickly, but if you're going defensive tackle, I mean, you got some guys at center, for example, that were on the roster, Lindstrom, that I really liked coming out, that we undrafted free agent that goes onto the roster. I'm really interested to see where it is. So if you don't make anything on the offensive line, that doesn't mean that you don't have something to put together, but it's still a big, huge question mark if you don't at least address it once.
What happened? Thought I was a sub. Weird. You a sus?
I don't.
What's that mean?
What happens if I type? Okay.
Oh.
Do I get a thing on my?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He thought he was
I got mine.
subscribed. So, but everybody, thank you again, and we will see you on Saturday night for Primetime's me and Primetime show, and obviously you'll see me tomorrow morning. All right, peace out, everybody. Thank you, and I gotta find the right button this time because I'm not all there. Peace out, everybody. Thanks.
Hey
man.
What?
I'm cool. This is me. We're gonna jump on that spaceship and get out of here. Let's go.
No judgment. Shoot.
Get to smash that subscribe button. You know what? I'm gonna give it. I'll give it 4 out of 5 avocados. Korg?
I was raised by avocados.
Oh my God! Just kill me now.
Ho ho ho.
Green Giant.
Hey! No.
I think it's going really well. I know. This is literally the first time I took my gun out of the holster. Right.
And that is why we need a triumphant video.
What?